Absolutely. Change the story, change the narrative that's going on in your mind about who you are and what you're capable of to something bigger and bolder and grander. And maybe we can't, like you said, you can't do it like in a huge step. You can't go from this story to
Bit by
this,
bit
but you can change it little bit by little bit. And that's why
to
it's so
change your story.
important to pay attention to who you're surrounding yourself with.
Oh,
And
that is a beautiful statement.
because when you don't have some of this awareness, you don't realize that the people around you are influencing you the way that you are. Now I can look back on my life and say, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had some real bad influencers, but it was my choice. I surrounded myself with these people where I could have surrounded myself with better people, but I didn't feel better about myself. That was the narrative, the you're not good enough, you're
Story.
different, you don't fit in. I always wished I could be just normal. So you end up unconsciously, you surround
A
yourself
sheep.
with people who will reaffirm what you are
That's
thinking
for
about
you.
yourself. And
Oh,
so the way to get out of that then is to not only just tell a new story about yourself, but surround yourself with people who will affirm that new story for you.
belief is half of all healing. You have to believe in the future that awaits. Your belief is valuable, so you must be careful where you put it and in whom. Like, I don't need everyone to understand me anymore.
We've been caring so much about what other people think, feel about who we think they think we are, which is just nuts when you think about it. It's just, that's crazy
It
land.
was so limiting. We have been so limited in being our authentic selves because we were so scared of what everyone's going to think.
Right.
I
But
could
when you
be seen
become
doing
your
that.
authentic self, when you start rewriting your story to
Oh,
who you really, that matches who you really are and what you truly are capable of, then other people who will resonate with that, who will help you.
when you shift, they come to you. It starts with you guys. You have to shift. You have to be the person you want to be. You have to say every day when you wake up, I am going to invite healthy and harmonious relationships in my life. And the other ones will filter away. And it will be painless and easy for me and them because it needs to be win-win. If you need the universe to meet you back, you have to have it win-win-win.
Say that it can be painless to shift away from people and move towards new people. Oftentimes it's not.
Yeah, I just went through that. And
Yeah.
that's where that pain came back in and that traumatized little girl came out and where I learned love wasn't healthy and the relationship I had been in was a toxic trauma bond and healing by conscious uncoupling wasn't an option anymore because I'm so addicted to wanting someone to love me that I would do anything for them, literally.
Yeah.
And I see now it's because I didn't love myself because I thought I was taught that I wasn't lovable, but that you said that awareness has to come to you. It didn't come full circle yet because
Yeah.
you have to learn all the little bits in between before the universe then is like, here you go. And then it's like, oh gosh, all this time.
Yeah, all this self-inflicted is what I came to, was like all this
Self-sabotaging. God.
self-inflicted pain because I myself was not nurturing and loving myself the way I should have. And why would anybody else love me more than I was loving myself? And that's the bottom line.
Men
People
are,
going to give you
oh,
what you think you deserve. And if you don't think you deserve true unconditional loving relationships, then you won't ever
find
create one.
them. Yeah, because it's not finding. It's you are a creator. You create everything in your life. And when the bad things do present themselves, that's just the universe saying you're going the wrong way, maybe, or there's a part here you need to learn.
Yeah, and
And
the creation part of this too. I'm not saying that I'm going to go out in the world and create this thing. It's in here.
oh,
I was the one
thank you
not
for
loving
clarifying.
myself. I was the one that felt like I didn't deserve particular kind of love or relationship or employment. Or I mean, we're talking about, it covered the whole span of my life, but it was all in
Yep.
my head. When I changed my story, when I
Then I
changed the narrative around who I am and what I deserve, then my life showed up out here to reflect what I was thinking and feeling about myself. And so that's the
Yeah.
idea behind creating your life.
I just
It's
wrote a
not
paper about that.
it's not out here where you're moving the chess pieces around
It's in
to
here.
try to manipulate the world to get me
Here.
to love me. That's what most people are doing all the time anyway.
That's
When
a
I'm
beautiful way to put it. Yeah, I would manipulate my
here,
environment. I
exactly,
thought that's how
trying
it
to
worked. I
make
thought the game
things
was
work.
manipulating my physical environment and the people, your conversation and stuff to get what you want. That's not how it works at all. Once you figure out the game,
Yeah.
then
It's
it
life
feels
becomes so
easier.
much easier and happier, more joyful. Your relationships are better.
Starts
Everything's
with you.
falling into place for you. Things that you've wanted your whole life start showing up. It's because the narrative in your mind is vibrationally, energetically equal to that. And
And
that's
energy
why
meets
people go
energy.
away. And you know what? I kept myself from moving into that space because I was afraid of losing the people I had in my life. I want this and I want this life, but these people, I'm afraid of losing them because it's the closest thing I've ever known to
Love,
having any
happiness,
kind of love, right?
support,
And so that's where the
consistency,
pain
input
can,
word.
because you have to be brave enough to move into being this new story, end up with all new people who are way richer, emotionally and energetically and spiritually, that feed you from this new perception that you have of yourself.
And with that comes that divine surrender. You have to
Yes.
surrender. It's only in the moments where we close our heart do we feel the pain. If you were allowed yourself to keep your heart open when you knew that relationship was ending, you knew that partnership was ending, that job was ending, I had to shift. I realized I didn't have that person anymore. I knew it wasn't healthy, but this part of me just wanted him so bad. And it was so crazy. And then I realized that he had another person coming in his life. And I thought I was doing so good, like emotionally, like trusting it. And then one night it hit me and I was like, oh, ouch. Oh, and I closed my heart. I thought of how dare him and like separate from the happiness he deserves. Because it's not always about us, guys. Really, it's not. And there's so many people out there who want to love you and just trust that everything you learned in that last bit of that relationship and that story is going to propel you forward through what I call that wise, mature fear.
Right.
Oh, that's beautiful. The
Yeah.
narrative
And
in our mind
what
and how
little
we,
story you just told, it was totally okay for you to have that moment of resentment.
mind you, you get to choose what hurts you. So you're
Yeah.
still working through it. It's, you just pour love, send love right from your heart to them and just think of them and be like, I
And
hope
to
you're doing good.
yourself.
Oh, well, and to yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
sorry, I should have said that. I do that daily now,
Right. You do it
but that
now.
is important.
It's not
Look in
what
the
you
mirror,
were, where
guys.
either one of us were at probably in the beginning of all this journey, but now we know that.
Mm-mm.
We want you to know
Someone,
that. We want
yes.
you to know that.